Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. It's your boy, me. Welcome back. It's 3:30 a.m. I am doing well today. Hope you're doing well as well. What are we today? We're awoken? I think we're awoken. Yeah. It's later than normal. I guess it's not really later than normal. Honestly, I've been recording at like 4 in the morning lately, so it's not so bad. But we're on random now. Yeah. It's pretty late because I ended my stream. It was cut short because my internet decided to cut. I'm gonna open my window. That's the sound you're hearing there. Hope you don't mind. My internet cut out, so it's a little late. But I finished my schoolwork for the day. I turned in 3 projects today, and then I sat down and I played some League of Legends because my friends wanted to play, and we lost a lot of games so bad that I was thinking about it throughout all of my stream. If you watched the stream last night, that's what was really on my mind all night. I was just thinking about how I got fucking slaughtered in 4 games of League of Legends, and so I had to play a game to fix my mental state, which I have done. I'm feeling good now. I won my game. It was good, and I'm doing well. I hope that you are doing well as well. For my question that I will pose to you in the intro today, I guess this one, since I just got done playing a game of League, we can talk about League. You guys like MOBAs? Just in general. For a while there was the big Dota versus League of Legends debate back in the day, but at this point I feel like most people have just moved on. But if you do play a MOBA, tell me which one, and also tell me who you play, because I've played almost all of them. That's a bit of an over-exaggeration. I've played 4. I've played the 4, I guess not the 4 big ones, but I haven't played Dota, but I've played League, Heroes of the Storm, and Smite. And what's the other one? I was going to say a 4th one. I guess I've played 3 of them, so not that many then. But I'll have a pretty good idea if you tell me. And if not, I'll just look up your character. Although a bunch of people are going to be Dota players, and they're going to tell me they play like Bat Rider, and I'm going to go, what the fuck's a Bat Rider? Is that a character? Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? I hope you are doing well today. I used to tell you what day it is, and then I stopped because I recorded in a batch. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Double Bro Daedalus, Curse Fell, Diligent Seraph, Sharpen and Umbra, Assault and Snare. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Dusk, whose opinion in this game I value very highly, told me he thinks this is the worst clan combo in the game right now. Default Awoken, Exile Umbra. I'm excited to see it. I imagine if I were to take a hypothesis as to why you would pose this idea, it's probably because the best strats in Awoken right now are cultivating based, and you don't really do cultivating with Umbra because Umbra has to have a lot of space for itself. I think that my game plan here is going to be... Well, we'll see what we see here first. Down for Precious Plating over Boon of the Blacksmith. I'd rather have the health over the attack. I think the health's better. Right, so the Sentient, I think, is the hardest champion for me right now, because in taking Bristling, we're cutting off the Hyperstack Shattered Shell line, which I think is... It's really strange, right? If I'm playing like Superstack Animus of Will, Spike Sentient is nuts. If I try to play Shattered Shell, though, we do just lose. But I also don't really like cultivating Sentient all that much. Because I don't... Like, Revenge Cultivate 3 is just significantly worse than the Awoken Hollows that can get to Rejuvenate Cultivate 4. It's just much, much worse. You can trigger Rejuvenate a lot more, and it doesn't require you to get hit. So I don't really like cultivating all that much. It's fine, like it's passable, but I'd rather play Spikes and just cut off the Shattered Shell line here. Umbra Banner. We're gonna go double Awoken. I'm gonna skip this Umbra Banner. I shouldn't have taken that money, actually. I took it instinctually. I couldn't stop the impulse from my brain, but we'll be fine. Because we have Precious Plating, it's almost unfeasible to die here. Sorry, the last run was a double incanter, so I'm still on Super Ultra. My plan... Spike still triggers if I feed a morsel here. I'll play top floor. My plan for this run right now is going to be most likely we ignore Umbra. I am not opposed to actually playing Umbra in a run. However, not this one. And that's because we're Exile Umbra. And it's Plink, and we start with, I guess we start with Antumbra Assault though. So it's doable. You could go either way here, I guess, realistically. I think I can kill you. I can kill this one with Rooted. It's really not too bad then. Did I just drop the Sharpen? You hit, then hit, return 10, it's 24. Sure, just drop the Sharpen. I could like sit down and really work out the math there, but it's fine. If we get out of this only taking 6, that's excellent. Really good. And I think we do... Spike Sentient has the most trouble in this combat, but Morsels have done a lot. Really nice. Great first combat. Nearly perfect. What was infused? Because I'm at 10. I wasn't paying attention. I should have looked closer. I will go Steel Enhancer. I feel like every run I play is good for Steel Enhancer, because if you go big on Razor Sharp Edge, you need a way to stop your unit from running out of health. The only reason you don't pick Steel Enhancer is because you pick something better. Now, I know what I was saying earlier, but it's still pretty good to pick. Like, Making of a Morsel is a non-committal choice. It keeps our options open. There's Shattered Shell. Like I said, though, I've closed the line to Shattered Shell here with the Spike Sentient. Have I, though? I feel like I have. Oh, just think about it for a sec, though. If we give him Multi-Strike... I don't see it. I really don't see it. I think there is a line for Shattered Shell in here. It's like you go Multi-Strike, you infuse probably Animus of Speed into him, and then you give him like Large Stone. And that'll be Multi-Strike quick and enough health to stand on his own. And then you just discard the Sentient more or less. But we need a lot for that to be viable. I guess we really only need Large Stone quick, but like we need... It's tough too, because I'm not self-buffing him, so I can't add in like Animus of Will as my multi-strike source. The reason that I'm laboring this choice so much is because Shattered Shell is a really strong line, if we can get it to work. Just super stacking a quick sweep mult large. But I just don't think it works. I think that it's not right here. I'm gonna go Crucible Collector, because Crucible Collector is a good unit to get me through this early game. This Awoken banner could be a dud, and then I'm stuck, so I take the Crucible Collector. Okay. I've discussed it in the past, I was discussing it on stream a little bit. Who do you think the worst unit in the game is? I think it's this guy, Thorned Hollow. He's really bad. It's really sad how far he has dropped, but like he's just awful. I used to love him, but it is no longer viable. He does not scale at a good enough rate. I'm also not going to take money or anything from that magic shop, more like a reroll. Mark of Invasion. Like 15. I want to play bottom floor and I don't need money. I'm okay to not take this. I thought about it for a second. So on the flip side here, Awoken Hollow has a lot of synergy with Spike Sentient, because he does not fight her for rejuve triggers. And he can just kind of go chill on his own. Well, not on his own. I haven't really tried having this man solo, actually. I should. Root this. The plan now is Animus of Will. If it's not Animus of Will, we find something else, hopefully. But something of that description. A unit that can synergize with Awoken Hollow well. And that's it. That's the whole plan. And I think it wins. The sound effects broke? That was very odd. Grab Glimmer because it heals here. No Razor Sharp Edge, which is a shame. But I don't think I need the second Steel Enhancer. I'd rather take Glimmer. We're gonna build our deck. My sound effects are just breaking. Do you hear this? They're like cutting out halfway through. Am I okay? Put me Animus of Will here. Nice, okay. I believe that we have all three of the pieces and we can now put this one together. What do you put on Animus of Will here? I want her... So first we put plus 25 on Awoken Hollow. I think the best thing to put on Animus of Will is actually Damage Shield 3. Think about it. We want to keep her health low because we want to cultivate her super high. And I don't want to... But so if I give her something like Large Stone, she's going to be starting at a similar health point to Awoken Hollow, and they're just going to be wasting cultivates. Not really wasting per se, but you get the idea. On the other thing about this is the plan is to duplicate and then self-infuse Awoken Hollow, so Large Stone makes this worse because Awoken Hollow comes with +1 space here. So if I were to do that, I would have to take double space or find like Crucible Extension. Ultimately, Large Stone is just not the pick. However, giving her plus 25 feels similar to Damage Shield 3. On the Divinity, it'll be worth 3 rounds of cultivating. It'll keep her alive. It's definitely Damage Shield 3 here. I think this is really sick. And then I'll roll. Multi-strike is good. Yeah, multi-strike is good. That's fine. She is but a vessel for the cultivates. The infusion is interesting as well. I'll probably infuse her... Oh, we'll see what we see. I don't think I infuse her with anything we have right now. Diligent Seraph. We're early in the run. Like Ember Stasis. Sure. The last Divinity also has enemies that can be beaten by Ember Stasis, which is nice. What's it like here? We have a Horde here. Boons here. And 30 pack shards and Divine Boons on this run. Crazy. So I'm at 25 guaranteed. I'd probably just chill. I think we're fine, but I don't really want any of these. Like, Value Stone Sharpen does not sound very good to me. So I'm also gonna, now at 12 minutes, move the microphone down closer for whatever reason. Why now and not later? Take Double Barrel Daedalus on. Shouldn't be too bad. I think from this position we add in any card that heals and is playable. Obviously the high roll is Unleash the Wildwood, but I won't be picky. I'll take whatever you got here. Steel Enhancer still goes there. I can definitely bait myself into trying to cultivate too much, or like trying to plan around it far too much. Don't need to do that. Yeah, a little survivability for our Sentient here is very nice. Crucible Collector's done. Crucible Collector was a just-in-case sort of pickup. He does not need to be here anymore. He's good. And staying low on pack shards lets us play this out and be pretty safe. The bombs only do have 2 health, I should say. Remove Train Stewards, pick up Unleash the Wildwood, Awake the Wildwood. I think it's Unleash the Wildwood. Whichever one. I'm gonna Calcified Ember. We're winning this combat as it sits right now, I'm pretty confident, so I'm just gonna drop the Calcified Ember. My Sentient dies unless I commit to keeping her alive there, but I'm okay to let her go. And just focus on me here. Don't overdo it. Make sure we still kill Daedalus. Getting 1 out though is good. Is this a run for me to take space right now? Is the next question we have to answer. I will answer that when I look at the map after this one. You can see here too, very nice draw on that calcified ember. With just a very light amount of cultivating here, I'm not fully committed to it. We're still at 120 already, which is a really good pace at Daedalus, I would say. Sorry, I'll right click. So I'll take a look at the map here and we'll decide. My voice has been cracking a lot today. I think I'm experiencing puberty again for the first time. I don't like any of these. I think I go Rail Spike because it opens us up to things. Hellvent here, duplicate it. Or Hellvent here, go one combat with it, but the Hellvent's not in a great spot. Space right before Fell. I think I wait on Space. I think this is a draw. Because we're good on unit upgrades. We're really fine on unit upgrades. I go left here, I go Magic Shop here, and then right before Fell we dupe and... No, after Fell we dupe and infuse. We can go to this Steel Shop. There's not a lot of Magic Shops on this run. There's only 2 to go to. Does that change my thinking? I think I skipped this. I could take Cycle of Life and look for Value Stone. Furnace Tap's definitely not from me here. I'm gonna skip this. Vine Mother, Thorned Hollow, Shadow Eater. God, that infusion is also pretty rough. I'm a big fan of Vine Mother here. She's a little clunky, but she can just come in where Crucible Collector is. It's fine. And I will do draw. This is probably draw Space. I could maybe get away with not taking draw because we picked up Vine Mother, but the infusion on Animus of Will is looking dire. I have to go right to find something, or just give her 10-10 and Lifesteal 5, which is absolutely worthless. Self-infusing her doesn't feel great, though. Actually, I guess it's fine since we're doing her through Cultivating. Yeah, I could just self-infuse and then she's multi-strike 5. I can do that here. I missed the Steel Shop, but that's fine. We go here then. Okay, yeah. I'm with it, and then we go left. Take out Train Steward, and I'm going to toss Crucible Collector. A few people, if you do wonder why I do that there, because I'm removing Crucible Collector instead of Train Steward, I will explain it because it's been a very, very long time since I've explained this. I made a whole video on this. This was a very common thing I talked about in my early time playing this game, but it's draw priority, which in short, there's a video on the channel somewhere, you can go hunt it down, but in short, units like Vine Mother, and basically any unit that comes from a unit draft, have a specific case that causes them to be drawn first, where Train Steward does not. So removing Crucible Collector means that we'll get to Animus of Will, Awoken Hollow, and Vine Mother on the board one turn sooner, most likely. Just in case you were ever wondering. I will take Forever Flame here since we don't have an Energy Relic and Jack Strips is bad. Am I a joke to you, Monster Train? Hell's Banners is fine. Yeah. It was a whole like consistent meme though. I used to constantly talk about draw priority because it was something really important and that question got asked a lot. Like a lot. I answered that question a lot of times. It's been popping up here and there nowadays. I'm not going to take this trial. I figure I may as well. You know, you might be new to the game. You might be picking it up with the DLC potentially. If you are, yo. Hell yeah, dude. Hope you're enjoying it. Sharpen here. I think that because of the way that I speak, I can come off as very, I don't even know what word to use, but like aggressive or perhaps condescending. But I don't mind answering questions like that over and over again. Truly, I do not. I can answer that question as many times as people need it to be answered, and it does not bother me. This is a good example of draw priority, though, right here, where it's like, if I did not remove Crucible Collector, then in this case that we're in right here, there are times where on the next turn I also don't draw Animus of Will, and then like ideally we draw her turn 1 or 2, right? But we want to prepare for the worst cases. Monster Train is a game where you want to be spending some time thinking about land or how you're fixing the worst cases that you can see. Why? Why did I root that? I don't have an answer for you. I guess it really doesn't matter though either way. Sharpen here. Yeah, it's fine. These combats have been super, super nice. I haven't seen anything infused. Like, I'm questioning if I like accidentally turned off the DLC or something. I know I didn't. I'm used to playing on really, really high pack shards because I slam them usually. And we're playing a much slower style here. Like, this boss is more difficult, but only slightly. Doesn't matter, you just play it. The best card we could see right now is Awake. After that, it's probably Unleash the Wildwood. Find Awake, throw Value Stone on Awake, put up like a holdover on it, and just absolutely crush. I can see a lot of ways this run gets really strong, basically. I feel very good about it, because I think there's a lot of lines forward. And we're pretty well insulated from things as well. Thankfully on this run I did not say I'll take any healing card, because then I would have to click Restoring Retreat. Invigorating Solution is fine. These cards are not fine. Do not. Umbra is not on this run at this point. They gave me that damage shield 3 buff and that's about it. Go on Magic Shop here. Remove Consume, add Consume and -1. Value Stone would be nice. I said that and then I realized after I said that that there's not really anything worth value stoning. Yeah. Indeed. It's so intrinsic. Both of these are things. Intrinsic and value stone here are things that I'm like, this will be good in the future. But currently, these do not do much. So I'm just gonna take nothing again, I guess. I'm worried I'm not gonna get enough pack shards, but we'll spike a lot when we duplicate and infuse here and here. We'll go to 75. So I need to pick up 25 or even just 15 within these 3 temples. I can do that here. We'll take a nice easy self-made harpy vacation. I'm thinking anyway. Like value stone on sharpen just does not feel worth it. I'd rather work on getting these restores down, add consume to plink. Things like that. Because we're not going to see a lot of these magic shops. As we saw, there's not even the choice to see another one until Seraph, so... yeah, this is fine. It should not be self-made harpy here because we're low on shards. Oh, never mind. It is just always self-made harpy. What do I know? I had to take a second there and try to think of an artifact that I care about enough to take spikes here. There is not one. God, what an optimal turn 1. Show me this more often, I beg you. That's a lovely one. I'm gonna just not play Train Steward. It's not worth it. Yeah, I mean, the run from this position is pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot more to hypothesize. I click on cards that heal. And that will either win us the game or lose us the game based on the number of cards I see that heal. If we don't see a lot of healing cards, I think this run falls flat. I think we really need to see some of the good Awoken cards that will heal for us, but... I mean, maybe we can do this with just Restore, actually. I wonder if we can. Like, that's one of those moments where you ever have this where you hear yourself say a word? Probably not, honestly. It happens to me a lot because of streaming, but I heard myself say can there. And I said, and I didn't say it, but now I'm commenting on it. And I'm like, man, I say the word can strangely because I said it as can, like can. Like can. I think we can. Very strange. I wonder why I say it like that. There we go. I was gonna start doing math, but then I realized I didn't have to. Something that I've noticed a lot lately in Monster Train. A lot of the times I start to look at this and go, okay, let me do the math, and then I realize I just don't have to do the math. As I play this game more, I realize a lot of times in moments where I go, okay, let me do the math. Yo, a 5 times 5 self-made harpy. How lovely is this? It's beautiful. But I go to start doing the math, and then I realize that doing the math and just playing my cards in the way that is best lead to the same result. Sometimes I get to do some math in this game, though. And I don't mind doing a little math. Remove these links. We have Vine Mother, so I don't have to respect Diligent Seraph all that much with the free stings. And just show me a good healing card here, please. Please don't show me Restoring Retreat. That's all that I ask. Nice, this is 2 good healing cards. Which one's better? Normally I would tell you to pick and craft here, but on this run I really, and just lately, I find myself valuing these bigger heals more. In the past I've been very down on big healing. Like, I used to think Unleash the Wildwood was not great, and Focus Growth was a good choice instead. Now I just kind of want to Unleash the Wildwood, but realistically, it's just a position where we want to be restoring big health numbers more than we want something like Engraft. I just want to play a card that says restore 25 health in this deck more than I want the other option there. If I take Crucible Extension, I could put morsels into my Awoken Hollow. I will not be doing that. I'm going to leave in a Train Steward for a while because he can trigger Hell's Banners, so he's better than Plink. Like, Plink, this might be the run if it wins for Train Steward to get his stamp, because from this position, with 1 in, I have the space for him and all of that, right? I can fit him into the middle floor for Hell's Banners. It is better to just get rid of Plink, I believe. Probably not. I don't hate this, though. Like, this is pretty good. Extreme Stone and Glimmer here. 32 health to all of our units is just a big burst heal onto my floor. That'll also lower the damage we're taking. I'm with it. We're gonna go to 80 at this temple, and so I'll probably try to take the 10, or maybe just a 15. It looks like a run where we don't hit the Divinity number exactly. We're not gonna hit 100 precisely. God, I love the pack shards mechanic. The developers did a great job with it, I feel like. I really, like, I find myself giving Monster Train a hard time a lot of the time, but man, pack shards is so cool. I really, really like the way that it has you play the game. Having to actually think out this shit and be like, okay, planning out the run for this. Like, it's nice to have a reason to plan the run out and look for times to spike in pack shards. Like, Curse Spell's not too difficult because we just kind of free farm it with Spike Sentient. For a while, she does a lot. I should try to Plink here, because if I Plink, I can also Umbra, and then I get more. Nice, a health morsel as well. I get more energy to play with. Now we're at 4. And that's pretty nice. It's slow going, but also she's a ×5. So, you know, good with the bad here. Great turn for Glimmer. This feels like an energy take at this point. I feel like the duplicate Awoken Hollow strat. Nah, I'm gonna commit. It feels like it's kind of doomed, but I'm gonna commit. I want big Awoken Hollow to make big Animus of Will. Handful. Did they change it? So no, Vine Mother. Yeah, Vine Mother adds it at the end of the combat in the round prior, so you always have the Vine Mother sting. The other one, Thorn Fruit, does not operate in the same way. That's what I'm thinking of there. Goodbye, my friend. Yeah, so Vine Mother will always give you her sting. The other option, Thorn Fruit, will not always give you sting. Play Restore. Sometimes you get a morsel down there. Worth playing. Spike Sentient is so good too. You throw in just a little healing for her and she absolutely crushes these waves. It's going to be worth it for me to remember to play Umbra Assault so that I get the energy. Because I'm going to commit to taking space and going in on Awoken Hollow here. So we'll just have to get in the habit. I don't know if this wins. I think in hindsight the draw was wrong and this should be a space energy run. Probably energy space, but you know. Hard to say. It's hard to know, I suppose, is what I should say. Only morsel I can't Umbra. I guess in hindsight, I could have, when I looked at the map, I could have gone, oh, there's not a lot of magic shops, so I'm not going to get to -1 as many cards as I want, which was my big strat. We win this, right? We don't lose this? Yeah, we win this. I looked at that for a second, I went, wait, do we lose? I guess she does 300 damage, but that's not a lot. Okay. Oh, she also has 69 health almost. 67. And the damage shield. Not too bad. We're not scaling at a good enough rate. I need more healing. Trample Stone is okay. Or a 5x unit here. I'll take it. I think it's fine. I'm gonna go space. I feel like the problem is I'm not scaling fast enough, and the better way to answer this is Awoken Hollow into Awoken Hollow. How does this interact? Interesting. I think she might still come into combat at 5x5. I think this might be lying to me. Yeah. What's the 10 here? It's intrinsic. Was this just intrinsic in value? So there was a +10 in piercing somewhere along the line though. I'll do intrinsic on invigorating solution, I guess. That seems fine. Turn 1 we are going to be playing a lot of units and have a lot of energy generally speaking, so it's nice to play something like that. And yeah. Okay, really interested to see how Grindstone works here. Not a huge deal, but if it does work, it's pretty sick. I'm not going to risk it on Heaven's Seal here. My expectation is that even, it says 5 on the unit. Oh no, I guess it's not going to work how I think it's going to. I was thinking that Worn Grindstone was going to be like it enhances your units with +5 when on playing them. But it's not, it actually does it to the card, it looks like. Pretty unfortunate draw here. Although I guess it's not the end of the world, I get to bypass this Ember Drain at least. Grab Collector, why not? We should do well in this combat. Because the Sentient should do really well here. Okay, let's see it. What's it gonna be? It is in fact 0x5. Interesting. Now, worth noting as well with Animus of Will's infusion, you don't go negative. She's not -15, or I guess in this case it would be -12. You can only go to 0 with it. So even though the card thinks it's 0x5, the actual unit, because it sets to 0, is not. Just a little more knowledge for you to add to your memory banks. Yeah, every one of these is +20 to the damage, right? Yeah. A shame about not Ensnare, Umbra Stone, but we'll get it later. It's a struggle. This is a run that I feel like should look really good, but is just tough because A, the draw order is not great, and B, I just did not see enough healing cards for this. Thankfully we have the Pyre Health to tank it. This is also a really, really tough combat for our deck to overcome, considering it starts so slowly. But we have the Pyre Health to spare, so we can potentially sneak out of this one. It's gonna be rough. Let's split these two up. Maybe the Umbra Stone is actually a bait because I have to be playing all this healing. Like, I don't have a choice. I need to be playing the healing cards. Wrong target. Brain broke. We're chilling. We're gonna be fine here. Although I do lose the damage shield. Maybe not. I think if there's anything to take away from this run, it's that the draw pick was wrong. Which is wild. Kinda surprising, even. Like 60. It's livable. Glad I didn't take that trial. Yeah, we got, like, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare scenario that we're in. So, at the start of the run, I said I think Awoken Hollow is just better. Or I implied it. I didn't. No, I think I said it. I think Awoken Hollow in this state, when you accommodate him, is better than Cultivating Sentient. I would like to apologize. I was very wrong. I didn't realize this seed had no healing cards on it except for Focus Growth. My bad. We're gonna try and... Oh, this helps. Trader's Quill is good. Fucking divine mark of a champion. Fuck you, Slay the Spire. Monstertrain, Jawworm, wherever I am right now. I really just have to go to the magic shop, I think. I'm probably in a position where I duplicate Restore. Maybe even hold it over. Hold over a 0-cost Restore is not the worst idea. Root Split Mask. Faulty Loader hurts us. Firebox doesn't matter. Root Split Mask doesn't help us either. Gnarled Root lets the Sentient start slapping for 40. Decent. Probably not really worth it though. Sorry about that noise. That one wasn't too loud. I probably don't have to silence it. Someone's just driving their truck down the road at a speed that is far too fast for it being 4 a.m. Please don't drive your truck that fast at 4 in the morning. I'll do +10s on some restores here. I'm not against holdovering Restore here. I know you might think Glimmer is better, but I don't think it is because it costs 1 and Restore costs 0. That's where we're at on this run. Hold over Restore. And I will just... I'll -1 Focus Growth as well here. And then we +20 Consume Blink. This is that train... If we win this run, Train Steward gets his stamp finally. I don't love our position here, but I don't hate it. I didn't even roll the... No, I did roll the Trinket Shop actually, so it's okay. Honestly, you might be thinking I'm gonna heal turn and take out Train Steward, but nah, he's not the worst still. I think it's the 2-cost Sharpen. I can never afford to play that card. Train Steward has his moment in this run. His moment to not be the worst possible card. What a hero. So we have 2 questions we have to answer here with this duplicate. And I think the answer is just... So, here's the position. I need to duplicate a card that is flexible enough to heal the Sentient and also Awoken Hollow, and be viable for both. I think it's just Focus Growth, 1 energy, It might be 0 energy restore though. I actually think it's 0 energy for 12 rather than 1 energy for 25. I'm gonna do it. Let's see how it goes. We crushed Seraph here. There's no doubt in my mind we kill Seraph. I don't think this beats the Divinity though. But it's a pretty cool run. I like almost everything about it. I think it's just generally pretty interesting. My Vine Mother's late. The Vine Trader's Quill though is nice. I just keep my eye on the Sentient. It's hard because we're gonna have to pivot away to throw heals at her from time to time. Whoa. Hold. Sorry, I also muted inline instead of pressing the button on my keyboard that's bound to muting my microphone. A very strange choice by me. I couldn't tell you why I did it. This guy just dies. Go get him, Train Steward. Okay, so basically I think I actually just used the Extreme Stone Glimmer on the Sentient and I put everything else top floor. Is the strat. Trample Stone here, good. Yeah, maybe it's not so bad. I mean, when you look at it, when you look at that turn, I'm like, just gotta keep an eye on the Sentient. I keep saying that, but like, I am definitely gonna stop looking at her and accidentally lose this run if I just stop saying that. Nice. Oh, if I play this, I get energy. Don't miss those turns. The big downfall of this run is going to be me missing something like that, missing energy, and then losing out on a turn a little bit. Is going to be a big issue that I have to watch out for as well. I think our big problem, our biggest problem is we don't answer triple heavies. This doesn't scale at a rate that kills triple heavies, I don't think. But maybe we can just sneak ourselves a win anyway. Is what I'm thinking. Maybe we can just sneak ourselves into a little W here. How are we gonna do that? I don't know. But I still have hope. I don't need to know what's going on to have hope here. Drop the Glimmer. I really like the big X factor is the Spike Sentient. We play her mid floor and she just crushes the last Divinity. She does so much to that guy. It's really just a great unit to play with in general. Really like playing Spike Sentient. I think I played that technically incorrect. I don't really care. 109 times 5 with trample should kill. That's 500 trample. We'll die to the boss waves though. Like, this is a little too slow. I probably shouldn't have consumed that. It doesn't matter. Okay. Hope that one damage doesn't matter also. This is a good run. This is a limit tester here. Does this run beat Seraph? Because if this run beats Seraph, then I think it's not too difficult. If you see 2 uncommon units, you can find a pretty, or not Seraph, sorry, the last Divinity. Forgot which episode I was on. Thought this was episode 300, not episode 18. 19? This might be 19. Easy kill on Seraph, though. Never a question there. The Divinity? Oh, here we go. Let's find out. My expectation is we're off by like 2 waves. I think we're going to be just too slow. But the Spike Sentient slows things down for the enemies quite a bit. I swear I always see damage shield here. It's just confirmation bias, but still, feels that way. Okay. Here we are. Yo, look at this Train Steward. My man. He made it! Everyone loves a good underdog story here. Why did I just sting the last Divinity? I'm not going to answer that. Tramplestone gets played. Not a bad plink also. Okay. I mean, this is a very good start. The question now is entirely, does it win? We'll see. If I ping, kill this guy with Glimmer? That's fine. Sting here. Okay, because this wave is terrifying. If we overcome this wave, I think we're winning. I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. Buddy, we definitely don't overcome this wave when it looks like this. Holy moly. So 15, 37, 47. If I just play this sting, I think we're fine, right? -7? Oh, because of the last Divinity hitting. Yeah. Oh wow, we are much further off than I expected it to be here. Whew, buddy. This looks a lot worse than I thought it would. $22, 32, 37. I should have counted this before, but I think I lose my Spike Sentient, and we have to pivot our game plan entirely into this Animus of Will hyperscaling here. I'm fairly confident we have lost. Sure. In hindsight, would I play this run differently? Nah, there's absolutely no way to know that I'm going to get so bodied on those card choices. You just can't know. It's a darn shame. Either way. The card choices did not go our way today. 70 times 5 is 350. I think I'd take Weight of Contrition because I just have to push it. We have a lot of cards in this deck that just do not contribute to our overall winning plan. If I survive Chains, we maybe get out of this, actually. Is my thought now. Do I survive Chains? I don't think I do. Just do the math here. Instead of being lazy. He has to die in 3 hits. Does he die in 3 hits? Wait. Yeah, we're 1 off. Damn, we're actually gonna... He dies in like 5 hits, right? Yeah, so I have to ensnare him. You're allowed to do that. He's not an actual boss. 175. Yeah, okay. Hold. Hold on. We're getting towards the upper bounds of cultivating here as well, which is concerning, but like... Hold? Are we gonna be able to rob a victory here? It's this dang old spell shield now, isn't it? The Vengeful Shard from Chains, though. I definitely have to play my healing cards. I cannot really consider... Hang on. Let me actually consider. I play... I think I have to play this one at the very least. Wait, we're scaling upwards? Oh, because it's plus 20. Yeah, yeah. Never mind. I just play them all. Of course. Sting there. Hang on a minute. Are you feeling that? Are you feeling that? Hold up. Boy, he about to do it to him? There's no way, right? The Animus getting hit and dropped a little lower is really good for me. Because now... she takes the Cultivates. I think I'm just short here, though. Plus 20. No, we're just short, aren't we? We're so close, man. That's really sad. Look at how close we are. It's this fucking Lightwings. If this were a different boss, we would win this. Man. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. Oh well. Because the boss dies, but the Lightwings kills me. Ah, that's so sad. On the last possible wave, we lost it. All things considered, I don't feel all that bad about that run because it was like almost everything that possibly could have gone wrong went wrong for the game plan I was playing. Play Awoken, Hollow, Cultivating, and see no healing is a shame. We made the best of a bad situation though, and we came out very, very close to winning a run that should have otherwise looked unlosable. It's been a pretty bad day for video games for me, I gotta tell you. Just a lot of really, really close and upsetting losses today. But, you know, I suppose that's how it goes. Athletes spend signing. I agree. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.